Scooby-Doo 3. What? Scooby-Doo 3? Yeah, Scooby-Doo 3. So, somebody asked James Gunn what the possibility of a R-rated an R-rated version of Scooby-Doo with the original cast. And James Gunn, I'll leave the tweet, he said, I would love to do that. I just don't know if I have the time right now. Right now. Everybody's like, oh, he said he doesn't have the time right now. Listen, I don't think Scooby-Doo is allowed to be R-rated. So if that's what you're attached to, that's not going to happen. But I do want a third Scooby-Doo movie with the original cast. It doesn't have to be R-rated. It could be PG-13. I think a PG-13 you can get away with. Not an R-rating. Not an R-rating. Not at all. I don't think James Gunn... I think that should be a priority for James Gunn. Because do it while you can. Those actors are still around. Do it while you can. And the fans are there. I don't know. It would probably be for streaming. I don't think the budget would warrant a theatrical release. Plus, I don't know if the second movie was as successful as the first. So I think that would be like the perfect HBO Max movie. Scooby-Doo 3 with the return of everybody. I think he was just being modest. And he didn't want to let the fans down on Twitter when he says, I would love to do it, just can't do it right now. Freddie Prinze said he was down. And he's doing his wrestling podcast, and he's writing for wrestling again, I think. So, yeah. Scooby-Doo, it's like almost 20 years old. Yeah, it's 20 years old this year, I think, 2002. Wow. That movie still slaps. It holds up. It's the best Scooby-Doo adaptation ever. So, if somebody asks me about Scooby-Doo, I show them that movie because it's the only thing that matters. Sorry. Sorry about that. No, I'm not sorry. Because Scooby-Doo is peak filmmaking. It was supposed to be PG-13, but they cut out a bunch of stuff. I'm sure you know that. If you're watching a clip about Scooby-Doo 3, I'm sure you're a diehard Scooby-Doo fan. So I'm assuming you know the first Scooby-Doo was supposed to be PG-13. That's how James Gunn wrote it. And then the studio said, chop, 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 shing, 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 to the script. And it was PG. Lots of innuendos. Lots of stoner humor, which is S-tier filmmaking. All right, Scooby-Doo 3. Do you want this movie? Do you want a Scooby-Doo 3? If so, do you need it to be R-rated? Or would you like it to be... Would you mind if it was PG or PG-13? I personally would want them to meet in the middle and make it PG-13. But it is Scooby-Doo, so you have that child's audience. So I'm thinking you're going to have to do a PG. But there is a YouTube, I think it's a fan series that's like Riverdale, but with Scooby-Doo. It's pretty whack, I'm not going to lie. Don't ever do that. Don't ever do that.